Up that, having some issues. Cool, cool. Well, I was trying to get there. Central Shroud, Prince Branch. evening, sir, and welcome. Perchance jockey in need of a new flirting race turbo. If so, Catherine, I would be happy to assist you. In fact, I am not. More cotton yarn. I think it's a cotton cloth. One more cotton cloth, and then one cotton yarn. One more cotton cloth, and then a cotton yarn. veneration. What is veneration? Increases efficiency of synthesis actions by 50% for the next 4 steps. Cool. Okay. Level 29 Conjurer. Place. A bit. The ooh place. Just of the U. Set that as our home base. Try to get a couple things done there, and then should be good at that point. It's up again on Sunday morning. back after I unceremoniously just absolutely got slaughtered. Join us on the front line, or perhaps you have questions to ask. Yeah, I want to do that. Okay. What's up, Severian? You come on behalf of Jandelane? Well, I just finished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it'd be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? Unfortunate turn of events indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me as I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents. And so I commend you. Deliver this parcel to Jetalyn with all speed. Steps of Nald. Quicksand Proprietress.
Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Peter Quillens by any chance? Miowen sent word you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you an adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way here to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we?
Into a copper hell. Modi's waiting to brief you on your task.
The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now.
God almighty.
Another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. Take her to Vel, if you'll be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. Just so happens the adventurer will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is a much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Piotr of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Armitage and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development of the Copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Heretics, fearsome creatures who are sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of their ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Heracles to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their well. But as oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to control the unbridled fury of the Heracles, our ancestors induced the collapse of the miners' lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now, that got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eve a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines are being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for the building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Guys, I think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and it makes them a danger to us all. There must be no mining at all Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. That's the task that we will have you undertake. I'll not deny the mission is rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations. I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines is in western Thaladia. Do you take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagia and Sons is presently at the Quicksand. Fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It might behoove you to seek his counsel. Quest accepted. Pomolin approaches, beware, for the impetuous McTow usually lends a merry dance. You there? Yes, darling, you. They say you're a fellow to fellow. They say they're a fellow to follow. Name's Pomolin, and I earn my keep as a dancing girl in these here markets. Aye, it's a living and a good one. It's not exactly what I set out to be when I bid farewell to the mud flats. I know, it isn't the way the tale curls. Still, I should be one to be one of those dancers Dexter. You see, the sort they engage in for the grand balls. To be a dancer of craft, not mere wiles, and keep company in high society. Of course, I'd have to learn a proper sort of dancing, less shimmy, more stately. And that's where you come in, dear, because I've got a quarry for you to track down. They say a dancing master named Colonel is in town. All the high-born ladies are aflutter waiting to take lessons from him. He is the best, that's the word. That's my chance to do something finer than Minnie the Minx. Go to the steps of Thal and ask about for him, won't you? Hello, Wyman. I would like you to know what you Wyman would like to know what you think of Old Da. So, are you taking to Old Da?
Pieter. And I know your name? Information's my stock and trade venture. You'll be amazed at what I know. As long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias of the Platinum Mirage. He's just over yonder. And the man will give you some guilt for your trouble. If only all the work in the city was this easy, eh? Fortunately, that's the wrong direction, friend. Kiva Jacques needs help penning her next hit article. This quest is available for a limited time only.
You there, you have the look of an adventuring sort. I've been looking for someone to help me with my new piece. This is your golden opportunity to be immortalized within the pages of the Raven, Eorzea's preeminent tabloid. Rest assured, unlike reporters for more unsavory rags, I, Kifchukaf, credit all who contribute to my articles. What do you say? I promise at the very least you'll leave the experience more enriched in an appreciation of the finer aspects of journalism. Your contribution's much appreciated, I'm sure. Now then, the matter at hand is this invitation, which was sent to the Raven offices of the Gold Saucer. We've been asked to write a piece on the festivities currently underway at the establishment. Naturally, as the Raven's most senior reporter, I was chosen for this privileged task. I carry the reputation of my publication on my shoulders, and there's no shame in recruiting an assistant or two with whom to share the weight. I need someone with keen skills of observation and a dazzling insight. And judging by my previous experiences with adventurers, you should be well equipped for this task. So how about it? Can I count on you? Very good. Well then, let's depart for the Gold Saucer at once. The invitation states the member of the staff awaits our arrival at the entrance square. If you've never visited Gold Saucer, go and speak to that young man over there. Earlier, he was handing out free tickets with abandon, and you'll need one lest our journey be short-lived indeed. In order to undertake this quest, you must first complete the quest It Could Happen to You, which can be undertaken at level 15. With another, Jokaka the merchant, visibly perturbed and in need of some assistance. Tell me what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to your cowering purse of yours, Well, you're in luck. The pugilists here have placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders, they're cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What's that you say, friend? Care to help a merchant down in his luck, Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise I'll make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming central Thanalan. The well-heeled youth. Could happen to you, a well-heeled youth. The Emerald Avenue appears to have been the beneficiary of some good fortune, and may not be averse to share it. So be careful with those. Break anything, and those will be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg pardon? Was that loyal manservant carrying, why, not so small fortune in prizes, won ably by yours truly at the Gold Saucer? You've heard of the Gold Saucer? Nay, egads, man. You might have heard to try to keep up with the times. It's only the Sultan's newest and finest palace of entertainment. Thrilled at the sight of majestic birds roaming around the straits of the chocobo races. Pitch your wits against your peers at the Triple Triad tables. At the Gold Saucer, one can do all this and more. If you know what you're about, you'll walk out a wealthier man than you entered. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of promenading, I've not heard of it. Did I mention the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? Wink, wink. But I dare say you'd discover them for yourself. Yes, I'd wager you're wondering just how Fal's good name you can experience the wonders of the Gold Saucer firsthand. Am I right? Am I right? Ha! Thought as much. Well, since this is my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. Just happen to have a spare gold airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from one eligible young man to another in town. Show your ticket to a lovely girl in the uniform, and over at the landing you'll have a seat in the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from those should our paths cross at the Triple Triad tables. Nay, not so much as an ounce. Aha! Okay.
Set this as our home base, and then I guess we'll head back over to the other place. I guess we'll go to the Gold Saucer, because I've already agreed to do that. Guild. You've been to the Platinum Mirage today. Here's a silk thing. Visit from Weymouth. Alright then, I'll take a look. Bird is barren, found that let the hounds feast. Ah, so it goes. Oh, this, well, you see, a guild's often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. Look at the pugilist skill. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet. We employ a great effect in battle. No better place in the realm to train your discipline than here. And walk the path of the pugilist. I highly recommend you add your name to our role. What say you, friend? You know what? That sounds very in nature. Decision you'll not regret. But before we proceed to the paperwork, it's essential you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever it is at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, it meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of similar strength and skill. This woman made her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly, back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants. She took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread as their realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed to the center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name is Cornelia, and it is to her the Pugilist Guild owes her existence. The art practiced here is based on all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled after the one which is built. Then there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, we must first obtain the Guild's Master approval. Let me know when you're ready to meet them. So you're ready to present yourself to the Guildmaster's inspection? We have the Pugilist. Garuda wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Pugilist Guild. Master Haman is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the blood signs of the Holy Fist, ever since retired in favor of the training aspiring fighters. You'll find him overseeing the charges yonder. Now go and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Kepler does not like the way you're looking at him. They'll let it pass if you deliver a message for him. Hey, you. So you're looking at me? You got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do. You know Diddlada. Short, broke, never pays what he owes. Well, that bleeding horse, son. Tell him to pay up, or I swear by the 12, I'll beat him so hard, I feel like the second coming of Dalamud. If I see his little shite's face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp, like as not. Go and tell him. Past the time you got your arse back there, well. Did the dancer have to save your proposition? Oh, I'm gonna get an old voice. You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I'd be glad to give you a primer in the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless, you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. Well, that doesn't deal as much damage as the blade, it hardly matters, and you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. Well, we lack in destructive force with more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you also learn to strike them together and deliver an endless fury of blows. A flurry of blows. Such that Fierce combination such as a pugilist realizes potential. Yeah! Oh, oh, crikey. I have spent all this time talking. You want to speak more, son? You give me a chance to catch my breath. Well, where was I? All right, joining the guild. Before you do, I must warn you the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in our halls. Welcome to the guild, son. I hope I'll help you on your way. I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents you might hone your skills against. And to make a budding pugilist of you. It's a very own pair of aura. Tad old and rusted, but they'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. Quest complete. Pugilist unlocked. To teach you your first lesson. Looking every bit of pugilist, son. How the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalia. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight against the horror I just gave you. You're fighting using the horror I just gave you. Counts for not if you skewer the beast with a spear or fry him with a spell, I say.
Oh, gods be good. Gather's good. All right, I'll give back every gil I owe, I swear it, but no more beatings, I beg you.
That needs help to repay a longer duty debt.
Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. And not much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. It was me dear departed mum's wedding ring, and God's rest her soul, but she'll understand. Show it to my main over at the Kusari, and you'll get your coin.
Ethernet access to the Thermitages Guild. You've attuned yourself to Ethernet shards in Ul'dah. The Gate of Null, the Gate of Thal, and the Gate of Sildana, and the airship landing are now accessible in the Ethernet destinations. Erasmus of the Thermitages Guild is preoccupied with his studies. His brow is furrowed in a way that cries out for help. I am Erasmus of the Order of Nadalo, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of this region's fauna and environs in which they dwell. The dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can come only through knowledge of life. One day I will publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanahan. There's much work to be done before that day. And me, brother. Aid me, brother. Bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. You'll most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thernalia. If by way of the Gate of Sultana. Do take care. They can be feisty little critters when performed. Welcome to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It's fate that's guided your steps here, friend. Within these hallowed halls, the arts of devastation are taught, primeval magics, which will bring about an enemy's ruin. When you join our ranks and wield the power of thaumaturgy, I urge you to seize this moment and confide in me your arcane ambitions. Nope. Your denial is most unsettling, but I see the stars are not yet aligned. Your time will come. I shall be waiting. What's up, my money? Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Unearth Asuri? It's got a ring. You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Daedalus? Very well. It's most unfortunate that a drastic measure must be taken. And doubly so, the item in question is a fake, and such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know our appraisals are not free. Normally, the fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Alas, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, since this is a rather unusual circumstance, we'll waive the fee just this once. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I'll personally see to its disposal. What's up, Hihito? Unholy matrimony. Hihito's had enough of her husband's poor work ethic and needs someone to whip him into shape. How could the Asuri demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand the woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for robe and sun-silk dresses and feed my marmot? Oh, if only I had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely we would be rewarded, maybe even promoted. If things don't improve, it won't be long before I join the beggars of Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate, I beg you. Speak with my husband, Buna, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Colosseum entrance, wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. I'm gonna go to the Gold Saucer. Oh man, I don't want to do that actually. How do I leave? There it is. Ruby Road Exchange. I want to set this as my home, then leave. Okay. Ethernet. Airship landing. Gold Saucer. Get the Gold Saucer mission done. This is the reception desk for flights aboard for the Mandeville Gold Saucer. Before proceeding, I must ask you to submit your ticket for inspection. Do you have a ticket, yes? It appears everything's in order. An airship will be departing shortly before the next bell. Shall I reserve a seat for you? Yes. I've been hearing that Gold Saucer music. Go by little party areas. Mandeville Gold Saucer. Happening. Reward 230 of 9. Quest complete. Mandeville Gold Saucer is now accessible. We unlocked it, and now we need to do that lady's mission. Okay, welcome to the Mandeville Gold Saucer, where all your dreams can come true. That is, all your dreams can come true if you have enough Mandeville Gold Saucer points, MGP. Gil can be exchanged for MGP at the main counter at the middle of the entrance square. The current rate is 10 Gil for 1 MGP. The Don Law prevents the Gold Saucer from exchanging MGP if the patron already possesses more than 500. MGP cannot be converted back into Gil, but the points can be used to purchase an assortment of wonderful prizes from the prize claim attendant, also located at the main counter of the entrance square. The airship landing seems eager to welcome you to the Gold Saucer. Welcome, honored friend, to the Mandeville Gold Saucer, where your wildest dreams, as ever, but a card and a chocobo's beak away from coming true. If this is your first visit, nothing would please us more than to give you a full tour of the establishment, but that you would enjoy its wonders to the fullest. At the conclusion of the tour, it's our custom to offer an esteemed patron a complimentary gift straight from the vaults of our illustrious proprietor himself. Consider it Lord Mandeville's way of personally thanking you for your patronage. Should you wish to take the tour, please proceed to the main counter over there and speak with the receptionist. On behalf of the management, may I take this opportunity to thank you for choosing Gold Saucer. Rest assured, my colleagues and I will spare no effort in seeing your visit as a pleasant and profitable one. May fortune smile upon you. Quest accepted. Entrance and card squares. Let's see. Of course, did I get those? Male Catman. I swear this was not intentional. Welcome, traveler, to the Gold Saucer. This is the main counter, where you can purchase tickets to the main mini cactpot, acquire and redeem Mandeville Gold Saucer points, and much, much more. But what in the world are Mandeville Gold Saucer points, I hear you cry? A most astute question, and one which I will only be too glad to answer. But first, may I direct your gaze to the left. Beyond those majestic gates, you'll find Chocobo Square, home to the Chocobo Racing Circuit. Aye, what Chocobo owner has not dreamed of pitting their fleetest birds against the realm's finest in a pulse-quickening dash for fame and fortune? Truly, it is a sport of sultans. And should you desire a more elaborate contest of strategy, you'll surely find it in Minion Square, at the Lord of Vermion tables, where the would-be generals pit armies of minions against each other in battles for honor and glory. Now, where were we? Oh yes, Mandeville Gold Saucer points. Put simply, MGP, as we call it for short, is the currency by which dreams are brought and sold within these halls. My associate here, beside me, can tell you more, including how to go about acquiring some MGP of your very own. Pray speak with him to continue your tour. So you're about to experience the wonders of the Gold Saucer for the first time. How I envy you. Ah, but before we venture forth, you'll want to exchange a share of your guild for MGP, a service that is a great honor to provide. With MGP in a coin purse, you'll be able to enjoy all the fabulous attractions we have to offer, and all the wonderful games. If you play them with skill, you'll find a little stack of points, increasing 10, 20, or even 100-fold. Now that you know the fundamentals, you're ready to step out on the floor of the Gold Saucer. Your tour will continue at Card Square in the southeast, in the southwest, Card trader, there will be your guide. I would, of course, be happy to exchange some of your gil for MGP before you venture on. While my associates and I strive to leave nothing unexplained, truly is no substitute for first-hand experience, and I heartily recommend trying your hand at some of the many amusements for yourself. Welcome to the Gold Saucer. If you're looking to exchange your ordinary old gil for a shiny new MGP, you come to the right place. What do you say? Team 10 seems like plenty. Mini Cacpot program. Welcome, fine traveler. Can I test your luck with a mini Cacpot ticket? Splendid. Let me explain. Mini Cacpot is a game of chance available for you thrice a day. Playing is simplicity itself. Just guess the value of the covered numbers to win it big. If the Mayor's grace is with you, you'll be rewarded with Mandeville's gold saucer points galore. So, sir, do you feel lucky? Now purchase up to 3 mini Cacpot tickets a day. Count of the mini Cacpot tickets resets daily at 10 a.m. Each mini Cacpot ticket has 9 slots arranged in a 3x3 grid. Each slot is randomly assigned a number from 1 to 9. When you purchase a ticket, a single number will be revealed. To play, cover any 3 other numbers. Based on that information, guess the sum of each line. Finally, select a single line. The payout of MGP will depend on the total sum of the line chosen. Come all. Drawing ticket number 3610 of the mini Cacpot is here. Can I try your luck with a ticket, sir? Sure. Mini Cacpot rules are simple. First, you select 3 numbers of the 8 hidden on your ticket. Next, you select one of 8 lines, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Select the line, all numbers are uncovered the sum of 3 on the line to determine your MGP payout. It's that easy. All right. 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. $5.40. Thank you for your patronage. Would you like to play a game? 10 MGP is required to purchase a ticket. You currently have $5.40. Proceed? Yep. The line. Could be. Thank you for your patronage. Would you like to play a game? What happens in the saucer? Patrons most appreciated, sir. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Triad Trader.
Well, aren't you a handsome one? Welcome to Card Square, home of the Triple Triad tables. What's Triple Triad, you ask? Why, only the mind-bending, pulse-pounding, maddeningly Moorish card game that's taken the realm by storm, but don't take my word for it. Behold! Can you not feel the tension in the air? Form a hand of 5 cards and play the role of field general, sending your bravest into battle. Should you wish to learn the rules and experience the excitement for yourself, you need only ask. Start today. It will even throw in a complimentary card to help you on your way. You can face off a single opponent at a time, or crave an even greater test of skills. Take part in our regular tourneys. And believe me when I tell you, there's no feeling quite like standing triumphant on the battlefield after vanquishing all comers. You really should try it. A minute to learn, a lifetime to master. That's Triple Triad. But I'm getting carried away. You have a tour to finish. Wonder Square is your next destination. Not that there's a hurry, of course. If you'd like to play a hand or two before you go, you need only say the word. Ma'am, I'd just like you to know that I find your outfit offensive. Dire is taking arrows here by storm. Care to try your hand at this entrancing new card game? Yep. So another challenger is born. Welcome to the world of Triple Triad, where you pit your skills against opponents. Pit your cards against opponents in a tense battle of skill strategy and an odd dose of luck. Here at the Manderville Gold Saucer, I'm pleased to present all new players with the cards they need to get started. To play a match, however, first you'll need to build a deck composed of 5 cards from your registered card list. When I suggest speaking to the nearby Triple Triad trader, should you wish to expand your card allotment. You're now able to challenge opponents in Triple Triad matches. New cards will be obtained from a number of sources, including Triple Triad Trader, victory spoils from winning matches, and prizes from Triple Triad tournaments. Play against a Triple Triad Master to learn the basic rules of the game. Before you begin, however, there are several steps that must be completed. First, you must use the cards in your inventory to register them in your card list. Your card list can be viewed in the Gold Saucer options found in the character in the first line. Next, access the card decks, also located in the Gold Saucer options. Build a deck by selecting 5 cards which you've registered. Speak with the Triple Triad Master. Once the deck is ready, she'll engage you in a tutorial match. Challenging the Masters. Where you can create a deck with your Triple Triad cards, you must first claim them. Open up an inventory and use a card to claim it. Once you've claimed enough cards to make a deck, or at least 5, select Gold Saucer at the character menu, and from there, select card decks to begin building your masterpiece. Once you've built a deck, all that's left is find an opponent and challenge them to a match. If you have any questions on how to play Triple Triad, be sure to ask the Triple Triad Master for a private lesson. Okay, I've played this game in Final Fantasy VIII, so... Triple Triad Challenge. Ready for a match, are you? Wonderful. I'm afraid I must deduct the number of MGP as Triple Triad regulations. Rest assured, the victory should show you win back those points and more. Also, now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce you to the game that's sweeping the realm. Be invited to a Triple Triad match, select challenge to begin the game. All open. Ah, very familiar music. Red's turn first. Placing cards at the 3x3 grid. First player to act goes first. A variety of rules exist to change how the game is played. We'll start out with the open list. I'll go first and show you how it's done. I'll extend the time limit so you have plenty of time to think. Now it's your turn. Place the card in one of the empty slots adjacent to my card. The numbers you see correspond to one side of the card. Try choosing a card with a bigger number than mine on the adjacent side. my card change color, that means you've captured the card. During your turn, even if you play a card with a smaller number, it will not result in the card being captured. Blue turn. Oh wow, you're just throwing this game, aren't you? Wins. I win 10. Yay. The match is over. Well done. Now that you have the understanding of the rules, it's time for you to go forth and seek out the many triple triad players found here in the Gold Saucer and beyond. The game has gained an avid following, and you're sure to find willing participants in various locales across Eorzea. In addition to challenging my fellow adventurers, you can also play triple triad matches against NPCs who are marked with special card shaped above their display name. Battle Hall unlocked. Now enter the world of Triple Triad match play. Some of the chart icon under their name, it means that they are currently seeking a match. Triple Triad matches are not only limited to the confines of the Mandeville Gold Saucer, you can seek a match with other PCs anywhere in Eorzea. Good luck and may the spinners be ever so kind. Hello, sir. The Jirai Memorial is currently underway. Place in the top 3 and you take home a opinion card. What else is there? Oh, open tournament official. During your forays in the competitive world of Triple Triad, should you feel fulfilled in your desire of card-based conflict, let me introduce you to our all-new short tournament selections. The first of these trimmed-down tourneys is the Open Tournament. Held on a regular schedule, this 8-person competition is designed for fair and balanced play. You don't even need your own cards to enter. Each player builds a 5-card deck from a random selection of cards and participates in 3 matches. The winners and the rewards are based on the overall results of these matches. In our Open Tournament, speak with the tournament officials as a solo player during an active registration period. We shall also provide useful information such as schedule details and rule explanations. Second concise contest available to you is the Invitational Tournament. This option allows you to invite up to 7 of your friends or bitter rivals to create your own exclusive event. The rules of the game are yours to decide. The structure of the competition is otherwise the same as the Open Tournament with regards to the number of matches played, how the winners are ranked. Oh, not to worry, if there are a few numbers short of the full party, your house champions will step in to make up the numbers. Create an invitational tournament, form a party with the chosen participants, the party leader register your group via the duty finder. Be your taste for open and exclusive competition, either short-style tournaments or provide rich battlefield upon which to perfect your Triple Triad progress. Okay, good, we're done. Passion for fashion. It was frustrated with a new challenge and needs to unburden herself. I tried precisely as I was told to receive such a dreadful score, not to mention the humiliating criticism. You wish to know what's bothering me? That's well, for I wish to unburden myself. I've been having a frustrating time with the fashion report. The challenge they recently introduced. Yes, I, who can play the game here blindfolded and spun around, struggle with it. To be fair to myself, though, this is a subjective element. If you have a mind